Gemini, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-July 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off nice and smooth with an oracle card, just so we could dip our toes in the energy before we fully get underway. For the lovely Gemini collective, my gods, talk to me. I hope you're all doing fantastic. What's going on for my friends? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always very interesting, especially when it links together. But let's get this first card going. What do we got for the lovely Geminis, please? Guys, talk to me. All right, this first deck is being a bit specific. Usually these cards pop out quick. There we go. So this could either be tying into self-confidence or appearances. Very interesting type of card. And it does have some layers to it. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, Gemini, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on social media, my handle on all platforms is at kyleofcups on everything except Facebook. So please feel free to hit me up there. But into the reading we go. Enough of the plugs. If you kindly look at this card, you see that lady with the Victorian dress and hair. She's looking in that mirror. There's various mirrors all throughout that room. So in the positive, this could be very similar to a Queen of Wands type energy, where somebody's feeling very confident, beautiful, sexy. Appearances could be very important, whether you're trying to work on yourself or the appearances of a situation are prominent in the mind, like, oh, how's this going to look if this happens? That's what I mean. But on the negative side of the spectrum, aside from beauty and stuff like that, when I see this card, I do possibly think of someone that might have a bit of an ego. So if there's someone around you that's like super egoic, super full of themselves, they're showing up here in this first card. So we're going to see if that continues as a theme throughout the spread. But for some of you, yeah, you might just be a little extra focused on your looks, appearances, how you feel, self-confidence. But yeah, we're going to get you 3 tarot cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So let's shuffle it up one time here. What do we got for my lovely Geminis, please? So last week's reading was different than usual. I titled it something along the lines of "They Are in Pain," and a main vibe I was picking up for the vast majority of Geminis that there's someone that you're connected to that really could be going through it, could be hurting. For some of you, it could even be yourself, right? And there's all different types of pains. There's emotional, there's physical, you get the point. But we're going to hope for some positivity this week, right? Because, you know, energy is always fluctuating, it's always moving, so only take what hits for you, because this could represent you or other people. But let's get these first 3 cards going. What do we got for Gemini? We don't want to talk anything into the ground. We want to keep it moving. All right, we have 2 cards here. So we have the Page of Cups, and this pesky tower is showing up for you once again, Gemini. Now, like I always say, not every tower is a bad tower. Interesting that it's coming up right next to this Page of Cups. This could be really in regards to conversations or talks. Let's get one more, though. I really want to dig into that more. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords, which is an energy that has shown up for you in recent weeks as well. But let's talk about these real quick. Like I said, whether it's you or other people in your life, use your own discernment. But real quick with the classical meanings before we get the juicier stuff. Position number 1, the Page of Cups. So this could represent a child. This could represent an age difference situation. Not necessarily meaning love, but all pages are students, all pages are messengers. If you're not linked to a water sign or any of the things I just messaged or spoke about, pardon me, this could be somebody wanting to speak to you, send a message to you, have that emotional back and forth. Usually this is a card of emotional offerings, right? So whether it's you or somebody else, it's really getting the seal off those emotions and letting everything out. It could literally just be a conversation or a message. So we're going to want to see what's up, especially since it's linked in with the tower. Now, I don't want to get too intuitive just yet, but for a portion of you, and we'll see when we clarify, this could be a talk that comes out of nowhere that you didn't see coming, like surprising news or shocking talk, stuff like that. And with the 9 of Swords on the back end, this is going to be a super layered one. But in the center of the tower, the energy of shock, right? The energy of surprise, things coming out of the blue sky, coming out of left field. So whether this is a good tower, a good surprise, a good shakeup, or the reverse, it could be the foundation crumbling in some kind of way. But the beauty about the foundation crumbling is that you could build back stronger. That's the type of vibe we're getting with this. So we're going to want to see what's up with that, especially since it's next to the communication card. But on the very end here, we have the Nine of Swords. Now, like I said, a few weeks ago, it might have been like 4 or even 5 weeks ago, the reading was titled like "They're Nervous" or something like that. That's what this card represents. Now, this could either be you or somebody else having issues sleeping, waking up a lot at night, a little insomnia. To me, this is also a card of the paranormal, the unseen. So some of you could be having extra interactions with paranormal situations when a card like this shows up. But it is anxious, it is nervous. I do link this very closely to the Eight of Swords, somebody who's thinking quite a bit, like over and over and over about something. And it makes sense when we see the Tower, whether it's somebody thinking about a tower that's happened, somebody nervous about a tower happening. We're just going to have to see. So let's dive deeper on all this, Gemini. Let's jump in and clarify. And we're going to shuffle these cards up one more time, get a nice reset for you. See what's going on with the Geminis, please. Yeah, and I do believe that tower showed up like last week or the week before that. So interesting. But yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Page of Cups. And as always, if you read cards yourself, that's why the box is here. Please feel free to play along. If you're feeling any messages, you could just drop them down in the comments. I don't mind at all. I like to leave it open to interpretation. So what's up with that Page of Cups? How's this Page of Cups here? Thank you. Yeah, someone really needs to get something off their chest with this Ten of Wands. There could be something, and I'm not necessarily saying it's you, but there could be something that's really weighing heavy on someone's mind and conscience here. When I have the Page of Cups and the Ten of Wands, it's a burdensome type of energy. Now, whenever I see the Ten of Wands, I always like to give the little caveat. Watch out for your physical health and well-being. Watch out for injuries of the neck, back, spine, because that's what this card kind of represents to me. It's more about the physical. But when I see it with this Page of Cups, this is somebody that really needs to talk about something urgently. Like really needs to get something off their chest. It's weighing on them. It's weighing down. So whether it's you or somebody else, a good talk, a good emotional outlet, a good venting session could do wonders here. Now, I want to see how the rest of this plays out. But this is absolutely somebody who has something weighing on them and they need to talk about something urgently. So we're going to see what's up with that Tower. Okay. It's not good to leave things bottled up inside because guess what? Towers happen when you do that. Like if you repress things, if you keep them down, if there's something that's bugging you and you keep pushing it down, eventually that tower is going to happen. So let's see what's up with that Tower. Maybe it's a good one. Maybe it'll give us a good surprise. So what's up with the Tower? Ace of Cups. Okay, this is just screaming change for better. And once again, this is somebody, this could be two people for sure with the Ace of Cups in the upright. Now, I always say the Ace of Cups could be an opportunity to get one's emotions right. And like I said, someone needing to talk urgently with the Tower message, even if they're coming out of nowhere with it and they just tell you things that were surprising or shocking that you didn't know, you didn't see. There's a little back and forth I'm seeing here. So conversations, talks are super important in the coming days and weeks, Gemini. Getting your feelings across openly and honestly. But yeah, the Tower with the Ace of Cups, this is not a one-sided conversation. This might be two people that need to say things, okay? Or somebody might get a reaction out of another, okay? Like this is a bit emotionally volatile too. Usually the Ace of Cups in the upright's good. I don't necessarily feel like the result of all this is bad, but this could be a bit volatile, right? Like somebody just lets it out, boom. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving. Like I said, it could be a talk that just comes out of nowhere. It could be shocking, which we saw for you a couple of weeks ago. But we're gonna see what's up with that Nine of Swords, then we'll do a quick recap. And of course, if this isn't hitting for you, all good. It could be something that pops up in the coming days, so keep your head on a swivel. But you could check your other alignments. Let's go in on this Nine of Swords. Then we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the Nine of Swords here? Yeah, definitely watch out for like very strong, powerful backs and forths here. It could happen. There's the Nine of Swords here. Thank you. We have the Death card in reverse. Some of you might just be tied to a Scorpio. And when I see the Death card in reverse, I think of things that have already happened. I think of the past. Now, yes, it is a karmic card. There could be somebody that's nervous about what consequences they might have come down the line. There might be somebody just like really, really stressing about a choice, a decision, a cycle that's already closed here. And I would advise to do your best in not stressing the past, not stressing things that have already elapsed, things that are out of your control. You can't change the past. You can't change what's already happened. You can only plan your response and how you move forward. But yeah, this Nine of Swords with the Death card in reverse is absolutely, once again, another big card of the paranormal. Both of these cards together. So watch out. You might be seeing things out of the corner of your eye. You might be having a lot of paranormal experiences. But do not stress about the past in this time, for sure. This is somebody nervous about the things that they've done. So I'm not coming at you. I'm not saying that's necessarily you. This could be someone you're linked to, stressing about things that they've done. Okay? Might not be so proud of it. All right? So we're going to talk about all these. For, like I said, a portion of you, it could just be links to the paranormal. It could just be someone having issues sleeping and stuff like that. But the Death card, the karmic card, somebody is like thinking on the past, thinking about things that have happened. Let's go through real quick. I'll give you a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, we have an interesting energetic play here, Gemini. In position number 1, we have the Page of Cups with the Ten of Wands. Somebody has something weighing on them big time. So whether it's an emotional talk, an emotional vent session, is somebody that needs to relieve that weight urgently, fast, especially with the Tower and that shocking, unexpected type of energy linked together. There's somebody that needs to let something out. All right, something needs to be said. Now, moving to the center, we have the Tower with the Ace of Cups in the upright. Like I said, in this time, watch out for backs and forths, because whether this is somebody getting a reaction out of you, whether it's you getting a reaction out of somebody else, this feels like a two-way back and forth, and there is a bit of volatility here. Okay, there's emotional volatility, that emotional explosiveness, and I don't necessarily feel like it's all rough. Since the Ace of Cups is in the upright, this could turn out for the better. But moving to the back end, we have the Nine of Swords with the Death card in reverse. Yes, I already spoke at length about the paranormal links, so you might be a little more tuned into paranormal situations. But this is somebody stressing about things that have already elapsed, things that they've done. And someone might be nervous about consequences too when I see this, but only take it how it hits, Gemini. Just please take a screenshot if you'd like. We're going to get one shadow card out here for you. Maybe it'll shed more light for us. Interesting reading, my friends. And it's making me feel a little bit jittery. That's odd, because that happens when I read the cards. Like, I get into the emotions that I'm feeling, and it's making me feel a bit jittery. And yeah, we're going to get you one card here. Okay, and we're going to see what's in the shadows for Gemini, please. Okay, whether it's something that's been there a while, whether it's something that's new, just incorporate it however you wish. Thank you. All right, yeah, we have the Ten of Swords, like I said, with that Death card in reverse, the Nine of Swords, something that may have already happened and elapsed. And there is that paranormal link showing up once in the shadows once again. So I do have to tell some of you that you may be being affected by unseen energies. But when I see the Ten of Swords, it is usually a rougher card. In the shadows, to me, that's saying a Ten of Swords moment that is still lingering, a pain that is still lingering, that needs to be processed and worked through. Now, everyone works through things on their own time at their own speed. Whether it was a betrayal, whether it was a rough and tough ending, or a rock bottom of some kind, those emotions need to be worked through, okay, when I see this in the back end. And another thing with that in the shadows, yeah, watch for the unseen energies for sure. Keep your energy locked down. You might want to cleanse yourself, wear some crystals, do what you got to do. But Gemini, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give the details of the July subscriber surprise. For the July subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Light Seers Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, which tarot card would you like to have a conversation with? It could be anyone. I know I'd want to talk to the High Priestess. But yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.